Hi friends, welcome back to my astrology channel, Saffron Box. I'm Yamini Sharma, and today in this video, I'm going to be talking about the month of November 2021. What are going to be the important planetary transits, and what do these transits bring for all the 12 signs, the 12 ascendants? Of course, whatever results, whatever effects these transits bring, you have to see them in the light of the birth chart which you have, in the light of the dashas, the antardashas which you're running, and only then do the transits actually fructify, right? Before I go ahead, I would request you all to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also do not forget to watch my video on the Jupiter transit. In the year of 2021, Jupiter is going to be moving to the sign of Aquarius on the 21st of November 2021, and I'm going to be publishing a video on this in another day or so. And do not forget to watch out this video, because I'm going to be talking about the effect of this transit Jupiter on all the 12 signs in detail. So that's something which you would like to see as well. Then as regards the monthly video, I'm going to be starting off with the important transits. I'll go over the important transits for the month of November right now, and thereafter I'll move from Aries till Pisces, talking about the effects. As usual, under the video you are going to find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box as well, so that it's more convenient for you to skip to the sign which you want to listen to. Right, so I'll begin with the transit. This month we have Sun moving from the sign of Libra, its sign of debilitation, into the sign of Scorpio. So Sun moves on the 16th of November. We have Mercury moving to the sign of Libra on the 2nd of November, and 20 days later, roughly on the 21st of November, Mercury moves to the sign of Scorpio as well. These are the two transits. Apart from this, Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius. Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn. It has become direct in motion in the month of October. Mars is in Libra, Rahu is in Taurus, Ketu is in Scorpio. But the most important transit, as I spoke about, is the transit of Jupiter happening on the 21st of November. So Jupiter will be moving from the sign of Capricorn, breaking its conjunction with Saturn, moving out of its sign of debilitation to the next sign of Aquarius. So that is a very interesting phenomena which all the astrology enthusiasts definitely like to watch out for. So I'll begin with the sign of Aries. So for Aries, you see, we have the Lagnesh aspecting the Lagna. Mars is in the 7th house. It's aspecting the Lagna. Mars currently is conjunct with another fiery planet of Sun. Then you have Mercury also over here. So there is a lot of planetary energy in the 7th house. Jupiter also moves from your 10th to the 11th. This month, I would say there are a lot of opportunities for you. A lot of opportunities coming in from your social circle, from your business circle, and you could actually, whether you are employed by somebody else or you're self-employed, you are in any kind of a business, this month is a month of opportunities for you. And it's very important that you put in your energy, put in the required efforts, and accordingly reap the rewards. So Jupiter moving into the 11th house is actually going to kind of strengthen the chances of you getting the results of your hard work easily. It eases this, you ease into the process. So this month is also good for people who are looking for marriage alliances, or those who are looking for converting their relationship, moving on to getting married. So you'll see some traction there. You'll see some development happening on this front as well. But it is very, very important, talking of marriage, that for the Aries ascendant, Mars in this 7th house along with Sun, at least for this first half of the month, it is very important that you keep your temper under check with your spouse, with your partner, with your business partners as well. So it's very important that you speak with a lot of mindfulness, speak with a lot of care, and ensure that you don't hurt others with your words. But though for social interactions, for mingling with people, meeting new people, I think this is going to be an excellent month. um, this is also a time to put in a lot of energy, focus a lot on your relationship with your father. Spend time with your father, spend time with your teachers, with your gurus. This month could actually benefit you a lot from their wise words or from their wisdom. So those whom you consider gurus, whom you consider seniors, could actually bring you to could mentor you, could guide you in better ways with how you're going about your life, with how you're going about your work as well. So a month of positivity and a month of opportunity for the Aries ascendant. Moving on to the sign of Taurus. For if you have a Taurus ascendant or if you have a Taurus moon, this month I would say you have Venus in the 8th house. The Lagnesh Venus is in the 8th house, that is in the sign of Sagittarius, a neutral sign for it, for Venus throughout the month. So though it's not exactly a positive place for Venus to be, it's a inimical sign, but it does not harm as much as it could in other places. So that's why I'm saying that it's kind of a neutral placement for Venus as well. This month you could actually think deep, think about a lot of matters which require your attention, which you have been maybe postponing for some time. We also have a lot of planetary energy in your 6th house and then the 7th house. So actually, if you ask me, the 6th, the 7th and the 8th houses are quite charged up this entire month. So it could be about it could be a lot about other people, relationships, legal matters, which have been pending for long. So any opposition you have, any legal hassle which you are going through, this month could actually bring in some traction in your favor as well. So sudden opportunities could come your way. Jupiter is also transiting from your 9th to your 10th house. So there is a lot of movement as regards to people, other people, relationships which you have with other people. And as I mentioned, any legal problems or any opposition which you're facing, a lot of action you could see this entire month. So be watchful of what is happening around you. While you may like to actually think through, think about plans which you had been working on, or maybe kind of go deep into some important matters, there's a lot on your plate. So you might want to plan your time very well, because you have a lot to think about and a lot to tackle this entire month, right? Sudden gains from inheritance or sudden gains from insurance, or if you had some money stuck somewhere because of some errors of some, or some omissions, all these things could seem to be sorting themselves this month. So this could be a month of expansion when it comes to relationships, expansion when it comes to business, expansion when it comes to thinking, etc. Those of you who have any chronic health ailment should be a little careful this entire month, right? So if you have any chronic problem for which you take some medication, could be a mild medication, but you're taking it for a very long time, I suggest that you get your health checkups done on time during this month. Then moving on to the next sign of Gemini. So for Gemini, you see there is movement again. The Lagnesh is moving from the 5th to the 6th house, an inimical house for Mercury, the Lagnesh. Then you have Venus aspecting the Lagna, which is again a positive thing to happen for the Gemini ascendant. You have Saturn here in the 8th house, and Jupiter is, after an year, Jupiter is moving out of the 8th into the 9th house and aspecting the Lagna as well. This is a time to seek blessings. Some of you might want to undertake some pilgrimages, visit temples, visit divine places of worship. and increase, or rather welcome blessings, divine blessings in your life. So your sense of faith in God, faith in the way the universe works increases. So this is a time to make use of this energy to look at how you're developing yourself as such as a person, because slowly and gradually, as the Jupiter's transit also happens, you will feel that your self-worth is increasing. You will feel that you need to work on yourself as a person. So this is a time for actually using the luck factor, using the divine blessings which are going to come your way. So open your mind and heart to that. The trinal houses, if you see, the fifth lord Venus is aspecting the Lagna. Jupiter goes to the ninth house. So a lot of action is happening in the trinal houses, which actually helps you in getting lucky wherever you are stuck. So some last minute help can arrive at a lot of places. Time for you to actually check your health. So sun is going from your fifth to the sixth. Mercury is moving out to the sixth. Time for you to actually keep a check on your health. Those of you who are planning to write some competitive exams, or who are due for some kind of a, you are in a competitive situation, I think some luck factor could help you out this month. But of course, luck is that 1%. 99% is hard work. So you need to have that base prepared for yourself. You need to actually be diligently prepared for whatever is going to come your way. Then there is chances of some kind of a relationship fructifying or moving on to the state of marriage. So especially if you've already chosen a partner for yourself, so I'm talking about a love marriage happening, or some kind of attraction happening over there as well. So this is again a beautiful time for you to actually move on to this. If you are a male native, you could actually meet somebody, meet a person of interest to actually get married to. So that, in terms of the marriage alliances, matchmaking front, I think there is a lot of action happening there as well. Whenever we are talking about any kind of a legal matters, as I said, there could be by a stroke of luck, you could find some solutions to stuck legal matters. So it's time to actually seek solutions, seek divine blessings, seek the help of your mentors, of your guides, and I think a lot of your problems could slowly melt off. Then moving on to the next sign of Cancer. So for Cancer, we have Sun and Mars energy in the fourth house. We have Mercury also coming in there. So a lot of planetary energy, a lot of action there in the fourth, and then subsequently to the fifth house. Venus is in the sixth house. Venus is again an important planet for Cancer ascendant. Jupiter moves out from the seventh to the eighth as well. This month, you put in a lot of energy with regard to your home, regard to your children. So a lot of energy will go in handling family matters, handling things related to your children, and enhancing the comfort within your house. So there could be chances where you entertain a lot of guests also. So a lot of action within your home, a lot of action, a lot of energy you need to put within your home, redoing your home, etc. as well. Then those of you who have some sugar issues, diabetes, etc., or some hormonal issues as well, some endocrine problems, should actually be a little careful. Get your health checks done on time. Do not overindulge in Diwali sweets, etc. So that is on the lighter side. But what I'm saying is that you need to actually get your test done, get yourself in check. Be very careful about what you're putting in through your mouth, what you're eating. So your eating habits need to be checked. Also, this could be a month where you put in a lot of creative effort in doing things. So those of you who are in the creative fields, you're an artist, you get some new ideas, you are able to turn around things for the better. So a lot of action happening there. Your creative energies are there are getting enhanced. This is also a time when Jupiter moves to the 8th, that is the end of the month approximately. Jupiter moves to the 8th house. You could also feel like spending some time in solitude, going inwards. So, this month would require you to kind of balance out things, balance out, spending time alone, spending time with people, home, how much involvement you have in your domestic matters, and what time you take out for yourself alone. So this month could actually bring you to situations where you'll have to balance out a lot of things as well. Then moving on to the next sign of Leo. So for Leo, this month, the Lagnesh, again a very important transit for the Leo ascendant. Lagnesh is coming out of debility. It's coming out of debilitation, coming to the sign of Scorpio, a friendly sign for it, for Sun, and the 4th house for you as well. So this month, you could actually be, traveling a lot. For the first half of the month, you could be traveling a lot, and then finally kind of feeling settled at home. You put in a lot of energy at home. So this could mean symbolically as well. So if you're new to a job, new to a situation, you could finally start feeling a little settled wherever you are. So those kind of energies are at play. A lot of communication within the family regarding family matters is going to happen. Mercury also moves from Libra to the sign of Scorpio. A lot of communication with your younger siblings, with your younger brothers, sisters, neighbors, spending time with them, especially with the festive season around, could happen. We have Venus also in your 5th house in the sign of Sagittarius. A lot of creative ideas, a lot of creative efforts you could feel like putting into things as well. So those of you who are studying something related to arts, or who do something with their hands, you are an artist, you're a painter, you use your hands to create something physically, this is a good month for you. So a lot of creative energy could come in, and you could feel like accomplishing more, achieving more. We have Jupiter also moving out of debility from the 6th house to the 7th, and it aspects the Lagna as well. A very important and a very positive, transit for you as well. So if you were struggling with some health issue, if you were struggling with some matters which were not leaving your side, it could have been a legal matter, a medical issue, a health issue, you could see some relief coming in terms of a new medicine or a better doctor, or some better method, better way to handle your health issue. The same goes even for your legal issue. So you could maybe get some relief now. So the transit of Jupiter is going to help you for that. So those of you who are also looking at some marriage alliances, Saturn is there in the 6th. It's going to move very soon to the next year to the 7th house. Things could start moving. You could start seeing some traction, some marriage matches coming your way with regard to getting married. So this is a month where you should actually kind of keep your ears and eyes open for something which you want to do, because with a lot of creative thinking, focus at home, and with the cooperation of your family, with the cooperation of your younger siblings, there's a lot which you can accomplish in this month of November. Work-wise, also, some of you would be looking at job changes. So if you're salaried, if you're working in an organization, this month could actually bring up some new opportunities. So those of you who are looking at a job change could get opportunities to change, or there could be a change with regard to your boss, with regard to your working environment. So I see changes there as well. Then I move on to the next sign of Virgo. So for Virgo, we have the Lagnesh moving from the second to the third house, right? So Mercury makes a very quick movement to Libra and then to Scorpio. Sun moves out of the second house and goes to the third. We have Jupiter moving out of the fifth house into the sixth. So, overall, I would say that uh, with Mars again in your second house throughout the month. Now, Mars is not a very positive planet for the ascendant Virgo, right? So, it's a functional malefic as such for you. So, here with Mars placement in the second house, you should be a little careful with regard to your pocket, with regard to the money which you hold with you. And you should also be a little careful about how you speak, how your speech affects others. So you could be a little impulsive, though Virgo ascendant is not known to be an impulsive, impulsive kind as such, but they could be trigger points. You could just get easily instigated, easily very, very, get instigated into saying something rude or saying something which is not very pleasant. So you need to avoid these kind of situations within the family, especially. So that is something which you need to be careful about. If you have any kind of hormonal issues, any kind of endocrine disorders, this month I would say that you need to watch out for your health checks, doctor visits, do not miss. And those in the professions of healthcare, legal work, you're working in a legal firm, you're working for a health firm, fitness, you are into fitness industry or something. This month you could come across some opposition or some problems as such. So the important point is to keep your communication in check and make sure that you are handling other people sensitively, very empathetically. You are handling other people. This month also makes you put in a lot of creative effort. So a lot of you would actually go ahead and maybe do something creative, think out of the box for any kind of a problems which you face. This month also makes you travel a lot. There could be a lot of short-term travels happening, and again, for some of you it might be fruitful. For some of you it may not be, depending on the dasha which you have. But a lot of travel, lot of short-term travel, which kind of disturbs your daily routine. Those kind of travels I meant, I see for you as such. Then I move on to the next sign of Libra. Now for Libra, you see the Lagnesh, Venus is in the third house. And this month, from your Kendra houses, we see Jupiter exiting to your trinal house. So Jupiter moves from the fourth to the fifth house also. Now for Libra ascendant, Jupiter is not a very is not a functional benefic. It is a functionally malefic planet. So now again, it depends on what your chart says, what your birth chart says, what kind of a promise do you hold, do you have in the birth chart, and accordingly, Jupiter is also going to give you those results. But in general, if we are talking about the monthly transits as such, you could feel some amount of stability wherever you are, whether you have moved to a new place, move to a new job, or you find yourself in a new situation which you just recently come to. You find some stability with Saturn being there alone now in the fourth house. Some stability. Saturn aspects the Lagna also, so you feel like settling down, you feel like getting into a set routine, a set program wherever you are. Work wise also, those of you who've just changed jobs also could feel a little settled wherever they are. As I said, it depends on your dasha as well, depends on your birth charts promise as well. Some of you would also be looking at a change of job, or maybe moving into some kind of a consulting role, or those who are in the consulting roles, those who are in teaching professions, etc. You could, or advisory kind of a role you are in, you could actually look at some change, moving out joining some other organization, or maybe changing the work which you do your business. So those kind of changes is what I see. This is also an excellent time for you to invest in studies. Now, studies related to finance, studies related to any Jiva Karaka. Jupiter is coming into your fifth house. So a lot of you would take interest in doing trading, doing business, understanding the stock market, and some of you might get tempted in the stock market towards the stock market as well. So my word of advice would be to go ahead with caution, study your moves properly, understand your moves, understand the market, and only then go ahead, because Jupiter here is going to tempt you a little to go towards speculation, right? Also, a lot of time would get spent with children. This is a great time for that. You could also plan something for your children, plan for their future. Those of you who are looking at having progeny, planning to have children, could also get some kind of attraction, or some chances of conception could happen here, so in the coming few months as well. With Venus in the third, you could also spend a lot of time outdoors, spend a lot of time traveling, going out, meeting new people, etc. You could also kind of crystallize what you want for your near future. So, what you want to achieve now, where do you want to go? So, Venus here will make you ponder a lot on how you want to go about your future as well. So that was about the Libra ascendant. I'll move on to the next ascendant, next sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio, you see, we have the Lagnesh in the 12th house. Not a good position, never a good position when the Lagnesh is in the 12th house. So that is something I would like to be careful about. But otherwise, we have Sun coming to the ascendant also. Sun moves out of the 12th house, comes to the ascendant. Sun is your 10th lord, the lord of the 10th house, a very important planet for you. Then we also have Venus in the second house. Jupiter moves from your third, from the Maran Karak Sthan that it was in, to the fourth house. So a lot of good movement is happening for the Scorpio ascendant, with Jupiter and Sun especially coming into the Kendra houses. It gives you a lot of confidence, though Mars is there in the 12th, but Sun coming in here, Jupiter coming to the Kendra, it's going to give you a lot of confidence, raise your self-esteem. And when Mars gradually in the month of December also comes to the ascendant, it's going to be a turn of better times for you as well. It's important that since Mars is in the 12th house along with Mercury for some time over there, and the other planetary placements, I think it's important for you to, one, spend very very carefully. So do not overspend, do not be an impulsive spender as such. It's important to keep your expenditures under check. It is also important to focus on your domestic issues. So things at home might require your attention. Focus your time over there, focus on what needs to be done around your house, what attention and care your mother requires as well. This is not a time to get involved into matters concerning other people. Okay, so it's important to keep your nose in your business rather than trying to make out what others are doing and going out of the way totally, and unnecessarily getting into others' business. So if it requires help, that's a different matter. But if you're unnecessarily poking your nose into somebody else's business, it could be a sensitive issue. There could be some problem ensuing, right? So it's important that you do not get stuck in other people's problems. Mind your work, mind your business. This month anyways, with the 10th lord coming to the ascendant, a lot of work, a lot of you could actually start redefining how you're going to work, how you're going to plan your work, and build things around it. So there's enough on your plate anyways to think about and to plan ahead also. Those of you who have some connection with the government, or you're looking at some approval. It could be a visa, it could be anything of that sort which concerns the government, could also see some traction during this month. So you could see some positive news coming to you. Business matters or property matters are also going to take your attention. So this month is something which will keep you occupied with what you're doing and what your domestic front with your property issues, etc. Is whatever is happening over there. So a busy month for the Scorpio ascendant. Then we move to the next sign of Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, this month the Lagnesh is moving out of debilitation of the second house into the third house. This as well, you have the 11th Lord Venus also placed in the ascendant this entire month. So this month could actually bring about a lot of interactions with new people, coming to new surroundings, interacting with new faces, making yourself known in circles around you. So this is a good time for that. A lot of creative energy is also, you could that is something which you could feel about you. So you could feel like doing something creative, or doing those of you who like to write could write something, put pen to paper, sort your thoughts by writing. Or those of you who like to create something, who like to paint, who like to sculpt something, or things like that which require creative efforts with your hands, this is an excellent month to bring your creative energy out. Also, this month you could also focus a lot on your children, focus on their studies, focus on their upbringing, do things for them, do a little more than what you were actually doing. So a lot of focus will go on children, and a lot of focus is going to go on how you're expressing yourself in front of others, in front of what you want to do yourself. So you want to learn something new, or you want to actually try out something new and creative out of the box. This is an excellent month for you. We also see Mercury moving from the sign of Libra and then very quickly to Scorpio. So with your partner though, I think it requires a little some kind of compatibility, more compatibility, or more adjustments will be required with your partner, with your married spouse, or with your business partner also. That is something which you'll need to check out this entire month. Then I move on to the next sign, that is the sign of Capricorn. So for Capricorn, you see we have an important transit happening in the Lagna. So Jupiter moves out of the ascendant to the second house. So you're left with Saturn. Saturn is the ascendant lord in the ascendant, and then you have Jupiter in the second house. You have Venus in the 12th house. Venus is again a yoga karak planet for you. You have Sun moving out of the 10th to the 11th house. So a lot of planetary energy in the 10th house, and then subsequently in the 11th house with Sun, Mercury, and Mars is anyways posited in the 10th. So there is a lot of action at work. You'll have to concentrate at work. You'll have to concentrate on what needs to be done at work with your business. Maybe adopt some new ways of doing business. So as you know, we are in such times where things are changing very quickly. So this will require you to be very agile, move with the times. And subsequently the rewards, the fruits come your way. So gradually this entire month you will see a lot of focus, a lot of energy being put towards your work, and you may find it difficult to balance the work and personal front, the work and home front as well. This is very important to be balanced. This is very important to be looked after as well, right? So while you are increasing your work circle, increasing your professional circle, your personal life, the time which you keep for yourself, the time which you keep for your spouse, your children should not be left behind. So this month requires a lot of balancing to be done. This month also shows a lot of connections. So those of you who have some foreign connections, you do some work regarding import or export, travel overseas, or you're involved with some education industry overseas. You see a lot of traction happening over there as well. So as I said, this month is going to just keep you busy with a lot of work. Now, a lot of people ask me in comments about people who are not working, people who are maybe, a stay-at-home mom, housewife at home. So I would say that, when we're talking about work, it's a lot of work for everybody. So work does not mean just going to office. Work means any kind of karma which you're doing, any kind of karma which you're generating with your hands, with your mind, how you're thinking. So these kind of things, how you're redoing things in your head, also I would say, is important. So how you're going to align, how you're going to plan things is important. So a lot of focus on work, a lot of focus on secret matters. So something, you're harboring a secret, something which you were hiding from people could come out in the open. So it's important that you clear up any kind of a problems which you have in the past as well. So come to the light, a lot of issues could come to the light, and a lot of things could get sorted out. So there's a lot for you to sort out mentally as well. Then I move on to the next ascendant, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius, Jupiter comes to the Lagna. Jupiter is an important planet for you, the 11th lord as well as the second lord. So it's actually the planet which brings in money, the planet which fulfills your desires. It is moving into the Lagna. Then we have Venus currently in the 11th house as well. Venus is your ninth lord as well. So with the chance of luck, with the stroke of luck, a lot of things could actually get done. Again, I would say the disclaimer is that things depend a lot on your dasha, on your mahadasha, what kind of a promise your birth chart holds for you. So here, this is an excellent time to broaden your thinking, to think big, to do big things, to plan big things first. Okay, you could get a lot of support from your environment, you could get a lot of support from your spouse as well, but it is very important that you broaden your thinking. Whatever you were planning, it's important that you think bigger, get more innovative ideas, invest your time in learning new tricks of the trade as well. So that is something which you will definitely should do. This is also a time when you will see some increase in your self-worth. So people start valuing your opinion, people start asking you for your advice, and this will gradually build up as the time goes by. But otherwise, when I talk about this month, specifically to this month, I think this is a time to actually start planning various things which you don't want to do for the future, whether it is for your children, whether it is for yourself. So a lot of focus, a lot of time will go into planning things. Those of you who have some kind of a foreign connections happening, work with foreign connections, again an excellent time for you to start listening a lot and start getting things on track. This is a time for some good events actually. So this month of November is going to see some good events, see some positive get-togethers happening in your life. So I wish you luck for that as well. Then I move on to the next sign of Pisces. The sign of Pisces, sees, the Lagnesh is Jupiter for the sign of Pisces. Jupiter is moving from the 11th to the 12th. We have Venus in the 10th house. We have a lot of planetary energy in the 8th house, and then subsequently in the 9th. 8th house also has Mars. So Mars is anyways the ball of fire, the planet which symbolizes a lot of energy. So wherever Mars is placed, we look at it in a different way. We look at how you're going to manage your energies, how you're going to put your energies there. So here I would say that, and you would actually put in a lot of energies in doing things which are hidden from the world. So if you're conducting any kind of a research, you are getting into any kind of an inheritance matter, gaining from inheritance, all these things which are usually not discussed openly, which are not discussed very, very openly in front of everybody, you could be indulging in such things. When I say that, you're dealing with hidden things, dealing with, things which are not openly there, it could also mean going inwards, introspecting, going into a reclusive state where you want to really understand where you're going, where you want to really understand, change yourself. So this is a time for transformation which has begun now, especially when Jupiter moves into the 12th, and Mars is anyways there. Jupiter is going to be aspecting Mars as well over here. So this is an important time for you to start bringing about changes in your life, about yourself, about your personality as such. So maybe some meditation practice you take up this month, and then you make it a habit. So a lot of time within you get to spend as such. The work environment for you could also bring in some changes. So you could see that something which was stuck for a long time is now happening, or you need some help at work as well sometimes. So it's important that you seek help or seek support of people at work in a very pleasant manner. Very important for you to maintain good relationships at work this entire month. Okay, so and this works out in your favor gradually as well. um, Regarding your health also, I would say that those of you who are maybe seeing some phase of bad health could also see some recovery or some good medical help coming to you. So health wise also, I think this is a time when you should focus on yourself, and some good things could happen to you in terms of your, as medical help arrives, or you see some better method of curing any health issues which you have. So this month is overall a time to focus on yourself as such, looking at introspecting and transforming things, making changes and letting go of things which are no longer serving you. Right? So that was all about the 12 signs, the 12 ascendants. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.